Did you ever think you'd see the day when Starfleet gave in to intolerance and fear?
I never dreamed that Starfleet would give in to intolerance and fear.
Jean-Luc Picard certainly didn't think so, and that's why he was so shocked they accepted his resignation following their abandonment of his Romulan rescue effort. Jean-Luc, or as Raffi calls him, JL, resigned. Raffi got fired. That might be why Raffi is so pissed at JL. Possibly. Star Trek Picard returns for another round of Shadows and Secrets, so welcome back to SYFY WIRE's Warp Factor Picard Edition, Episode 3. Engage! Prepare for, you guessed it, a mission briefing. All crew to spoiler stations because we're about to go where silence has no lease. If you haven't watched the new episode, shields up! Titled The End of the Beginning, the episode picks up with Raffi and JL after the aforementioned flashback. Raffi is space vaping snake leaf and drinking the 86 right from the bottle. She'll find JL a ship, but she won't get involved. Except she totally gets involved. She looks into Maddox, and then she joins them to hitch a ride to a place called Free Cloud, but come on, she might as well have said, "You son of a bitch, I'm in." Also in, Raffi's pilot, the hard-drinking, hard-smoking Cristobal Rios Santiago Cabrera, who's my new life coach. His ship even comes with an emergency medical hologram that looks a lot like him. Rios reads and he's cool. He's like Lord Byron meets Dylan McKay in space. Mad, bad, and dangerous to know. Picard has his number immediately and calls him out on being former Starfleet. The chateau is attacked by more Romulan a-holes and we were scared, but Laris and Shaban kick all their asses. Also, Jean-Luc is still a great shot. Dr. Jurati lays out the last one, paying a visit at the wrong time. She just gotten grilled by Commodore O, but she's loyal to Picard. We love her. We aren't loving the Commodore. O has got to go for show. Do not at me, Commodore. Do at me, Dr. Jurati. I love you. All this while, Soji tries to get through to a creepy, sorry, she is, Romulan XB named Ramda on the Borg cube. Which sister are you, she asks, Tia or Tamara? Sorry, she really asks, the one who dies or the one who lives? Lieutenant Rizzo turns up on the cube in her natural Romulan form, and she turns out to be Narek's sister because, of course. There's still sexual tension there, though. Gross, but maybe here for it. What are the rules? Soon enough, Jean-Luc, Dr. Jurati, Raffi, and Rios are off to Free Cloud on Rios' ship. They're off to look for Soji, Maddox, and answers, but they don't leave before Picard gives everyone a classic
engage.
Look at his eyes uncovered!
Does this episode continue to tie back to other Trek shows and films, as well as add a lot of new discoveries to the Trek canon? Was Elim Garak absolutely amazing? Yes, and yes!
Well, thank you, Captain. I believe I have everything I need.
First and foremost, good to see Hugh, you!
Outstanding.
Hugh, Jonathan Del Arco, famously first introduced in TNG Season 5 I, Borg, is back as the director of the Borg Artifact Project, and he is impressed with Soji's work. Hugh is notably the first Borg drone to break away from the collective and reclaim his individuality. We know Hugh has continued since that time to give individuality back to other Borg. This is notably seen in the TNG two-parter Sent. Ramda and the disordered XBs are all Romulan. This is the first time we're dealing with Romulans having been assimilated or reclaimed. We learn more about the Mars attack and the end of the Romulan rescue armada, seen in the short Trek's Children of Mars and featured prominently in the premiere of this series. Raffi maintains that the Romulans sabotaged their own rescue with help from the Federation, who never really wanted to do it in the first place. And that sounds about right. She has the receipts, but we'd believe her anyway because we've been, watching this show. During the opening flashback, we get a glimpse of what Starfleet's ever-changing uniforms looked like when Jean-Luc resigned, including another attempt at an Admiral uniform that doesn't look silly this time. Good. Well done. Captain Rios has an emergency medical hologram, a Trek standard made famous by Robert Picardo in Star Trek Voyager. This must be a tailor-made model made some 20 years later. Rios is EMH fanboys over Picard, recounting our hero's adventures. Chief contact with the Q Continuum. Arbiter of succession for the Klingon Empire. Savior
of Earth from Borg invasion. captain of the Enterprise's D&E. The man even worked alongside the great Spock.
When did Jean-Luc work with Spock? In the TNG two-parter, Unification, which was heavy on Romulans, but there's no mention there of the Tal Shiar or the Zhat Vash. Hadn't been a thing yet. Picard saying engage. Yes, we've heard him say that before.
Shut up, Wesley.
For more background on the events of this episode, go back to the Academy and check out the episodes I, Borg from TNG Season 5 and Descent Parts 1 and 2 from TNG Season 6 and 7.
Raffi warned me you were a speech maker.
Earl Grey never fails. Just like Dave never fails to force me into choosing only one quote from a show that is nothing but quotes. Thanks for nothing, Dave. Jerk. I'll just accept it. This week, our favorite quote once again comes from Jean-Luc. Though Rios' EMH, Laris, Dr. Jurati, Soji, and Hugh all had strong contenders. During his first meeting with Rios, Picard says,
5 minutes on this ship, and I know precisely what I'm looking at. You are Starfleet to the core. I can smell it on you.
Jean-Luc's ability to recognize character never fails, and neither does Earl Grey. Where will this series take us next? Well, it's time to venture into the undiscovered country. We're back. What and where exactly is Free Cloud? Raffi's data made it look like some kind of space casino. Either way, she's sure that that's where Maddox is, so let's go. I'm packed. I'm ready. For lack of a better way to say it, what is Rhonda's deal? Why does she know so much, and might it have to do with her background in being an expert in Romulan mythology? We're also worried about Hugh, to be honest. I don't like him on that Borg cube surrounded by Romulans. I'd be a little bit more comfortable if they were Borg. I now trust the Borg more than the Romulans. What the hell does that say? Nothing but love for Laris and Siobhan, though. They have my heart. Speaking of my heart, Crusher Watch! She's not seen, not mentioned, but I'm not giving it up. Bring her in and make it so. My guess is that our crew will stop to pick up Elnor, Evan Evagora, aka Space Legolas, next week, and that they might possibly come across 7 of 9, Jerry Ryan, in episode 5. Hopefully, she'll then be in every episode after that for the rest of the show. Hailing frequencies are now open. The answer to last week's poll, can you ever really trust the Romulans? Unsurprisingly, you all chose C. Depends on the Romulan. This week's poll can be found on Twitter, and it's very simple. Do you think we'll see Beverly Crusher in Season 1 of Star Trek Picard? A, yes. B, no. C, depends on the Beverly. No joke answers. What did you think of the episode? Were there any references you missed? Were there any references that we missed? Was this a success, or was it, Shaka when the walls fell? Let us know. We're always ready for action at SYFYWIRE.com. While you're there, be sure to give a read to the feature article, Cannotated. It is more locked and loaded with intel than a Tal Shiar treasure vault. This show has a stew going now, and the title doesn't lie. It does feel like the end of the beginning. We have a little makeshift crew full of people we already love also, so because I've already said engage twice, I'll end with something from Rios. Can we go already? Like I said, he's my new life coach. Mad, bad, dangerous to know.